Greetings, YouTube. For almost as long as I can remember playing this game, which is going on 7 years, I think, which is a crazy number, way back in like 2015. But even before that, I've always thought to myself, what you don't want to do is have a customer service company or customer service representative of a company determine your fate when you have a problem. I think that's true for anything. I don't care if you got your order wrong at a restaurant or you're playing a mobile game. But for the second time in the past week, my account has to wait on Kabam customer service, and I had no choice but to test it. And the first time I tested it, well, it took over an hour for them to respond, and by then, the arena had already corrected itself. This time, I'm in a better position because this first incident happened like 3 hours into the arena cycle. So I was just building my infinite streak and had to be stopped. This time, I have a win streak in the Korg Arena of 119, and in terms of the top 10%, which is always my goal, technically, I've already done better than the first round, though I like to put up a few more points than that, so I'm not, on the Mendoza line, so to speak. But you can tell that this fight right now looks completely normal, right? I've been waiting 3 hours now for both Kabam customer service to respond to my claim, and unless Sammy P1 has some kind of power over the Kabam servers, when you hit continue, and I'm just going to block my webcam out so you can see the continue button hit, this message pops up. Warning, it looks like there was an error. Please try again in a moment. Now, this was caused or arose due to a server lagging so much that it made me reset the game after I had won the fight against Mrs. Marvel, or Miss Marvel, I should say, with Winter Soldier. Now, just seemingly on its own, the server, after about 8 hours last week, self-corrected by automatically making me lose the fight, which sucks because you're out like 63,000 points, but at least you're able to continue the arena streak. That has not happened so far again because I am having to wait on Kabam customer service. Now, what's fascinating is technically the ticket from last week still isn't closed. They just stopped addressing it. I almost feel like they figured out who I was, or at least put 2 and 2 together and were like, well, screw this guy. He's cost us so much money, we're just going to stop helping him. We don't like that he sometimes is critical of us and says false things about us, because any time he criticizes a deal, it must be mean. It must not be true. Even though, like, for instance, today's piggy bank, you can just look at this and think, well, it may be technically a bit of a unit discount, but we're talking about, if you buy all 5 of them, about 150 unit discount for really not much more than you'd pay, whereas in just a few days, if you're going to spend money, why would you not wait to spend the cash on the bonus unit offers, get way better value with the items and the units plus the units? I mean, it's for this to have been like really exciting, I think they would have had to give, gosh, at least 500 units. Like, because if you're going to do 500 units, you're at least going to give us a chance to argue, wow, that's about $15 worth of units for $5. That's like a 66% discount. But of course, that's not what they did. It's also laughable now that we know the leaks, and we'll see if they're true. But if the leaks are even close to being correct, just think of how all-time awful Kabam trying to drain our units was for a 6-star Kang/Wang or a 6-star OG Vision. Because if you were to buy all those offers, of course, you would have spent over 30,000 units, which makes my head hurt. I just have to say this. I hope that this arena bug doesn't happen again, because I was so disenchanted with Kabam's customer service that I didn't even want to file a ticket because I never even heard back from my last one. And it's funny because they got lucky. By the time they were actually trying to do something, they went into my account and the problem had resolved itself. But at the time of recording this, that has not happened in this case, and they have not responded to my ticket. Usually they'll at least respond and say, thank you, Summoner, for reaching out. We've passed this on to the team. We'll get back to you shortly. I didn't even get that. I didn't even get like the copy and paste response that people usually get. So I regret it, but at the same time, Kabam has my arena account by the jugular, because until they make this fight happen, it is frozen in time. And if I was like at 22 million points and this froze until the end, they would cost me valuable rewards and, of course, not want to take any responsibility for it or even address my ticket. So, Kabam, I've always had very high amounts of skepticism with your customer service. Now it's got a lower approval rating than ever. So, thanks.